say? You are every man's dream, finest woman that I've seen. Take your time down the line, deeper vibes, ain't no crime. I just wanna love you, baby. Spread a little dust in the night. Help me get my mojo back, honey. We both know I've been stuck. I just wanna love you, baby. Spread a little dust in the night. Help me get my mojo back, honey. We both know I've been stuck. How's it looking? Am I on your radar still? Do you get goosebumps when we play you and me? Nah, don't take it easy. You are every man's dream, finest woman that I've seen. Take your time down the line, deeper vibes, ain't no crime. I just wanna love you, baby. Spread a little dust in the night. Help me get my mojo back, honey. We both know I've been stuck. I just wanna love you, baby. Spread a little dust in the night. Help me get my mojo back, honey. We both know I've been stuck. Spread a little dust in the oh, baby, baby, I believe in us. We still got the crush. Syrup all the way when we play you and me. Ah, what can I say? You are every man's dream, finest woman that I've seen. Take your time down the line, deeper vibes, ain't no crime. I just wanna love you, baby. Spread a little dust in the night. Help me get my mojo back, honey. We both know I've been stuck. I just wanna love you, baby. Spread a little dust in the night. Help me get my mojo back, honey. We both know I've been stuck. How's it looking? Am I on your radar still? Do you get goosebumps when we play you and me? Nah, don't take it easy. You are every man's dream, finest woman that I've seen. Take your time down the line, deeper vibes, ain't no
ruin a good today by dwelling on and focusing on a lousy yesterday. Let it go. It's the past. You are here, right now. Sometimes you think, where do I even start to get back on track to restore those good feelings? Well, I got an answer for you. You start right here. You start right now, right this minute, right this second. I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. I am glad that you are here. Let's start right now. I mean it. Let's start. If you are familiar with the practice, let's start by coming into a child's pose on your bolster. Bring your bolster vertically onto your mat and start getting into your child's pose. All right, so maybe you need every second of that child's pose today. Usual props, we're going to keep all those. We're going to do all those too. We've got about 7 poses today, interspersed with a few little pentacle poses to just kind of reset and restore and all that good stuff. Every day is different, as I said. Every day is different in your body. Every day is different in our practices. The bottom of our screen says, do what's right for your body. Always do what's right for your body. Listen to your body. Don't do something that isn't meant for you, because not everything is meant for everybody, right? Not everything is meant for every body. So do what you can with what you got and just be happy. Be happy. Come back to our practices every day for something different. A word to think about today as you practice is the word growing. All right, so how do you want to think about this one? Now, one definition of it that I really like that I'm choosing today, growing means having or showing life. What do you need to bring back to life today? Spend this time on your mat, this quiet time, this 1 hour. Hopefully you can do the whole thing. It goes by really fast in a restorative practice. It goes by kind of spooky fast. I hope you can stick around for the whole thing. I'll say magically fast. That sounds better. So stick around, do what you can, and just see how you can grow. We're going to use some props today. Usual props for our restorative practice are our blanket. You might want to have a nice big blanket with you or a nice big thick towel. Have some water nearby or some tea. Have a big thick bolster, which is like a big thick pillow. Maybe you're already on it in your child's pose, right? Eye shade, little hand towel, and a couple of yoga blocks. I'm not going to use the strap today. You know, if you use it, then get it. You know, you gotta do you. You gotta do what makes you feel good. And don't stress over it. That's another big thing. Oh, I'm not doing the pose right. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do that. Let go of it. Just have some fun and enjoy and let it feel good in your body. This is in a restorative practice. You hold the poses for a long time, 3 to 5 to 7 minutes. Just let the body go. Try to get the mind out of the way. More easily said than done. I know. This is probably the hardest practice of the week for me. Maybe it is for you too. All right. Stress number. Get into that child's pose if you're not already there. I hope you're already there. Stress number. What is it on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10? What's going on? We're going to let that stress go. In your child's pose on your bolster, knees are spread, hips back towards your heels. Your bolster, you bring your chest down to it and you nestle in here. You rest here. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Bring your chest on down. You know, wiggle your knees. Maybe you like to spread them farther apart. Maybe you like to scoot the bolster down even more so you're kind of like got your belly and your bottom on it. Or you can bring a block up to the top of the mat and rest your head here. So adjust however feels right for you today. And every day is different. Some days you do it one way, some days you do it another way. It's all good. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Soften in your shoulders. Let your chest come down to that bolster. Arms can be wherever you like. You know, it seems counterintuitive, but to recharge, you need to rest. You got to slow down so you can speed up. Don't push all the time. Our society encourages us to push all the time, to push, to rush, to hurry all the time. Don't. Unplug, recharge, rest, restore, and good things will happen. And turn your head here whenever it feels right for you, bringing one cheek, one ear onto the mat. Rest there for a couple of breaths. Just listen to your body. If and when the time is right, turn your head in the other direction. Settle on down. and find your peace today. Deep breaths. Maybe if you like, close your lips and breathe in and out of your nose as you listen to the sound of your breath in the back of your throat. No rush, no hurry, no worry, no place to be, but right here, right now. Make the most of this present moment. No thoughts, just breath. As you take your full exhales, let your tailbone go more to the back of the room. Let your belly button go to touch your spine as you really let all the air out and sink into your child's pose even more deeply. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Your body is soft. You are at peace. The beauty of this practice is it is yours. You stay in the poses that speak to you. If you wish to stay here longer in this child's pose, go for it. Nobody's telling you otherwise. I'm going to go into a brief pentacle pose if you'd like to join me. I think you can do this by keeping your eyes closed. That's kind of nice too. Just slowly press on up. Kind of imagine just floating on up. Scoot your bolster aside, keep it vertical, and just push it aside. Come on down to your back for your brief pentacle pose. So, pentacle pose, we always say, it is a realigning pose. Enjoy the journey of getting here. And just rest. Bring everything on back to center. In your pentacle pose, you look like a big letter X. Arms reaching high to the tops and corners of your room, and legs reaching long to the bottom corners of your room. Everything is centered and realigned. Adjust so you are comfortable. Breathe in. Breathe out. just have a moment of gratitude. Gratitude just for coming to your mat, for finding the time, for just being smart and practicing this self-care. And have gratitude for the breath in your body, the breath that you feel in your belly going up to the sky as you inhale. And as you exhale, the softness it creates in your body. Stay here longer in this realigning pentacle pose if this is speaking to you. I'm going to come into a fish pose on my bolster. To do that, if you'd like to join me, bring your legs slowly back to the midline, arms down by your sides and press on up. You can take fish pose on your blocks if you know that, and I kind of did it during the running countdown to remind you how to do it, or reintroduce your bolster, which is vertical by your side. Bring it onto your mat. Here you might want to find your eye shade and or your blanket as well. Cover up wherever is comfortable for your body. I like the weight of the blanket just kind of on the thighs. Scoot your bottom up toward the bottom of your bolster. You got your eye shade? And then come on down to recline. Okay, this one is intense. Oh, just enjoy the journey. Getting here, as you come on down, you're thinking, oh my goodness, I'm not going to be able to stay here long. Maybe that's the case. If it doesn't feel right for you, if it's painful, come out. If it's just uncomfortable, realize that you can cross that threshold and settle in. Let your shoulders come on back. Maybe you've placed your eye shade over your eyes. Shoulders are kind of like a reverse hug. Shoulders are hugging the bolster. Arms down by your sides. Maybe palms face up as you grow into goodness today. Or maybe you need to keep your palms down as you just settle into the earth and just find nurturing here in this space. Your legs can be long on your mat. If your low back feels a little tight, bend your knees. Have the soles of your feet on your mat. Adjust, nothing wrong with moving a little bit. Adjust so you are comfortable. Maybe even open your knees up to the sides of your mat and bring the soles of your feet to touch. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. I want to stay here for about 5 minutes today. That's what I've set my timer for. Let's see if that speaks to you also. Breathe deeply. No thoughts. And be at peace, my friends. Be at peace. Deepen your breaths. Soften the area between your eyebrows. Imagine your heart lifting up to the sky as your shoulders are back and down away from your ears, as you're creating really good standing posture in your body. Take a big full breath in as you just create more space for your organs to function. And a big full breath out. This is your supported fish pose. If you want to stay here longer, nothing wrong with that. Stay in some of these poses maybe up to 20 minutes if that seems good for you. I'm going to come out of this pose and move into that resetting pose called Pentacle. If you'd like to do that, peel back the layers, come out of the pose the way you came in. I'm going to bring my knees together at the midline, send my legs slowly long on the mat. Just enjoy the getting there. Oftentimes we just rush too much through our journeys. I'm going to roll off of my bolster. Then I'm going to scoot the bolster to one side as I come to my back. Pentacle pose, arms high overhead, legs spread. Realign, come back to center, and just start all over again. That's the beauty of growing. You can start all over again. Close your eyes and breathe. Reset, realign, restore, and renew. Deepen your breath. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Stay here longer if you like. If you'd like to join me in a caterpillar pose as we get a little deeper into our hips and low back, you can come out of this pentacle pose by bringing your legs together at the midline, letting your arms float on down. You press on up and caterpillar. Okay, a couple ways to take it. You can find your blanket, and you can bring your blanket rolled up burrito style under your knees. Kind of helps a little bit there. You can take the bolster and place it on top of your extended legs. Doesn't the weight just feel good there too? The edge of the bolster is up towards your chest or up towards your belly. You're going to lengthen up through the crown of your head and fold forward. As you fold forward, let your arms reach long, kind of toward the other end of the bolster, or let them be down by your side. You know what you like. Perhaps you don't want the blanket underneath your knees. That's fine too. You can bring the blanket up onto the bolster to make it closer. You decide what you like and what feels good for you right now. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out as you just let your low back decompress. Softness in your shoulders and lengthening in your spine. I bet you're feeling tight in your low back. Breathe through it. And this is going to loosen over these few minutes that we're here. Just focus on your breath and let the body go where it can. Get your mind out of the way. Inhale, spine lengthens. Exhale, shoulders soften and belly hollows out, allowing you to reach your torso, your forehead, more into your bolster or your blanket. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Stay here longer if you're seeing the results and you're just loving it and you're saying, wow, I didn't realize the tension in my back is gone, or I can really get my chest down onto this bolster. Stay here longer if you want. If you want to come out of this caterpillar pose and come into a brief pentacle pose, let's do that now. Lift your shoulders on up. Remove your bolster to the side, and the blanket too if you used it. Come on down, nice and slowly, pentacle pose. Realign and bring it back to center. Legs spread wide, arms spread wide. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the breath. refreshing breath in. And calming, peaceful breath out. Stay here longer if you wish. If you'd like to go into kind of our peak pose for today, which is fire log, press on up and I'll show you lots of different options to make this doable for you. All right, so you're pressed on up, you're seated. Maybe, all kinds of options. Play with it a little bit and get into what feels right for you. Maybe you would like to sit on your blanket. Sit kind of on the edge of the blanket, so you kind of tip forward a little bit. Crisscross your legs, and what does that mean for you? Try it and see, putting a nice bend into the knees. For fire log pose, you can bring one leg up and think of your shins as parallel to the top of your mat and kind of stack your shins. So, doesn't feel so great? Here are some things you can do. You can put a block under your top knee or a half block if you've got that. If you are not seated on the blanket or you have another blanket, maybe you put it underneath the top knee. That's a big one for me. This feels really, really comfortable now, so maybe it does for you too. You can take your block or two and bring them in front of you and just stack them. And you know you can play with the heights as time goes on, and we'll talk about that in a second. Maybe you even use your bolster in this pose and place it on top of your folded legs. Any combination of these things is good. Just get comfortable knowing your props, liking your props, using your props. Think of them as partners to help you practice to get this really right for you. Now, in this fire log pose, we're going to try to do 3 minutes on each side. You can sit up nice and straight with whatever configuration you've got going on. What we're after is the feeling. And the feeling we want to feel here is a nice big stretch in our outer hips. This is a really intense stretch in your outer hips. And especially in your piriformis, we talked about that yesterday, that little muscle in your bottom. All right, big stretch there, big stretch. And you know, your piriformis, when that's tight, that's the main culprit for sciatic pain. So you're stretching it here. You're stretching it. Maybe lean forward a little bit if that feels good for you. And the blocks that I mentioned earlier, maybe you come to resting your forehead on the blocks. Bolster can help keep your knees down if that's what you need today. Or remove the bolster to create more space to allow your body to hinge forward. Maybe bringing your head to your blocks as your shoulders soften. Lots of ways to take it. Take it to what is speaking to you to achieve that sensation in the hips that you want to have. Breathe through it and get your mind out of the way. Our mind is so self-limiting. What fallacies do we tell ourselves in our head? Let go of them and grow. Allow your body to move to what feels right for it, and don't doubt yourself. Believe in yourself and grow. Your spine is long. It is not compressed. Your spine is long, allowing you to reach the crown of your head to the top of the room. You have space in your belly as you completely exhale, allowing you to fold more forward. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Stay here longer if this is speaking to you. If you're just crossing that threshold of like, I can't, to maybe I can and I'm doing it, stay here longer. But give each side equal time. When you're ready, if you're ready, press on back up, shoulders over your hips, and let's do the same thing on the other side. So we'll get into this a little quicker because you know what worked on this side. So switch it out so your other leg is on top. Get your little setup with, your blanket, whatever works, your bolster, your blocks, whatever you need today. Lengthen up a little bit first. Close your eyes. Shoulders are over your hips, hands are on your knees. Just settle here. Spine is long, breath is deep. You are at peace. And if you stay right here, still an A+ for your practice. Breathe. Now it's time for you, my friends, to take it to what is right for you. Maybe it's a little bit of a hinge forward. Then maybe you say, I'm bringing my shoulders back over my hips. Maybe I just kind of want to move a little bit. Not fast, no hurries. Just kind of getting into what feels good for that stretch in your hips. Letting the tension go that's in your hips. Getting your mind out of the limitations in your hips. Just breathing, breath, and space into those glorious hips. Breathe in, breathe out. Your spine is long, your shoulders are soft. Just breathe, don't worry. And maybe one hip is tighter than the other. Maybe you just can't go as far, and that's okay. Treat each hip individually. Try to breathe through it and just do what the body needs. Deep breath in and deep breath out. That's all you got to focus on, your breath. Let your body take care of the rest. Breathe in, breathe out. As you're ready, everything back to the midline, slowly press on up. What's going to feel really good here is going into a pentacle pose. All right, so take it slow. Feel the journey. Feel getting here. It feels so good. as you come back to center to get your fresh start, as you realign. So, oh, unwind your legs. Oh my goodness, feeling good already, isn't it? Come on down. Come on down all the way, nice and slowly. Take it so slowly. Enjoy the journey. Pentacle pose. Breathe in, breathe out. All the tension in your hips is gone. Breathe in, breathe out. It's that simple. Stay here longer in your pentacle pose if this is working for you right now. I'm going to make my way to a blank wall for legs up the wall. You can do the same thing. If you don't have a blank wall nearby and you've got a chair, scoot your bottom up next to the chair, bend your knees and place your calves onto the seat of the chair. So your knees are going to be over your hips. That's a way to enjoy your legs up the wall on a chair. I'm going to make my way to the wall, and I'm going to bring my eye shade and my blanket or your little hand towel because you want to cover your eyes. It's just such a nice sensation. So come to your wall. I'm going to place my blanket down, so I've got something cushy to sit on. Maybe you're going to use your blanket to put on your chest. That is a good way to do it too. Scoot one hip up next to the wall. Come on down to lie down and swing your legs on up the wall. Hence the name. Legs up the wall. All right. Cover your eyes with your eye shade. Block out the world. Legs are lifted. They're not at a perfect 90-degree angle. What's perfect anyway? They're not at a 90-degree angle. Your bottom's a little bit away from the wall. Legs are lifted. We're going to stay here for about 7 minutes or longer if you want. Arms down by your sides, wherever feels comfortable. Legs up the wall. Draw your toes towards your shins, so it's really your heels touching the wall. If you like, you can have one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly as you connect with your heartbeat and your breath. Legs up the wall is our homework assignment, our living our yoga off of the mat. That's what we're doing all this month. One pose we're focusing on to just take our yoga off of our mat and live it throughout the day. So here's a little suggestion. Before you go to bed at night, spend 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever you can do, with legs up the wall. Eyes closed, finding peace. Letting your tailbone rest on your mat. Letting your shoulders soften away from your ears. As you breathe here to renew your soul. Soften your face, soften your jaws, remove the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Let your whole torso just melt into the mat. As you really let the tension in your body go, we hold on in our shoulders, in our neck, in our hips. Release. Let it go. deepen your breaths. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. If you want to stay longer in your legs up the wall pose, and I bet a lot of you do, stay right here. If you'd like to go on to your final Shavasana pose, you can bend your knees and come off the wall the way you came on, kind of like rolling into a fetal position. Maybe you stay right here in this fetal position. Use your low arms bicep as a pillow if you like, and stay put. I'm going to make my way back to my mat, my little island of peace. And I'm going to come into final Shavasana. We do this lots of different ways. You choose the way that you like today. One of my favorites is to bring the bolster horizontally onto the mat and place it under my knees. I just kind of feel like the legs are floating. Eye shade, cover up with the blanket however you like. I'm just going to cover my feet today and come to recline. I know some of you like to put a little tubular like pillow under your neck. Maybe that feels good. You got to do for you. Going to spread the legs a little bit and cover the eyes. If you have no props at all, that's fine too. You come to completely reclined on your mat, heels toward the bottoms of your mat, arms down by your sides, shoulders away from the ears. Wiggle the shoulders a little bit toward the spine. Palms face up or face down, whatever speaks to you. Eyes closed. Finding peace in your body, finding peace in this moment, and this time with just your breath. If thoughts start to come into your mind, acknowledge them, send them on their way. You'll come back to them later. This is time for just your body to rest, restore, recover, and renew. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. We'll be here for about 5 minutes. Enjoy. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Be in the moment. Start to draw in bigger, fuller, refreshing breaths as you inhale. And as you exhale, let go of any residual stress or tension or worry, things that don't serve you. Let them go. if you can stay longer in whatever pose you're in, maybe you're still in your child's pose. If you can stay longer, enjoy that time of peace. If it's time for you to get on with your day, start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Circle your ankles and your wrists. And as you're ready, reach high up overhead and stretch it out, enjoying the journey of this stretch like it's the first stretch of your morning wake up. Exhale, bend your knees, kick any props aside, and come into a fetal position. Doesn't matter which side you decide. Use your low arms bicep as a pillow for your head. Eyes remain closed as you savor this moment here. It's a special moment. It'll never come again. It's your time on your mat, your time of peace. When you're ready, slowly press on up and come into a comfortable seated position. And we'll say goodbye. Crisscross your legs. Ooh, you got more space in your hips now, so that feels good, right? Hands to prayer center in gratitude for just being here, in gratitude to your body for performing, for working, for being. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Gently blink your eyes open. You did it. 1 hour long yoga practice. It went by fast, I think. I hope it went by fast for you. Remember, how do you feel? And your feelings are a result of your thoughts. So what are you thinking? Stress number, what was it? And what is it? As you go on with today, may you be one of the fruit of the Spirit. Be at peace. Be peaceful. Thank you to Liz, to Mary, to Margarita, to Kelly, to Princess Jasmine, to Rita, to Kelly, to Esther, to Stan, to Mary Jo, to Michelle. I'm glad you guys are here. Stick with your yoga. All right. Have a good day, everybody. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. May they all reside in you. May they all grow through you to other people as well. Have a great day, everybody. See you on your mats, tomorrow. Same place, same time. Have a good day. Love you. Bye. Hi, Bonnie. Good girl, downward facing dog, tail wagging pose. Life is good. Bye.